Time flies when you're having fun. It's Thursday already. I'm a little tired because I went out last night and had a nice time thanks to my friend Renee and my friends Nelson and my sister Laura and my other friends. Um, but this is my commitment here to be with you on Thursdays around 1:30 p.m. Eastern. So here I am. And whether you're here live or in the replay, welcome, welcome. We're here to lift the mood because life can be challenging. Um, different different chapters of life, different days sometimes are more challenging than others. And so we're here together to lift the mood because when we focus on our blessings and on the good that's happening in the world, um, in my opinion and from my studies, spiritual studies, my Catholic background, but also my general spiritual studies and law of attraction studies, we can combine a positive mindset with whatever amount of faith that we have in God's help, and together we can better get in line with allowing God's blessings to flow into our lives without our minds scrambling the message or the inspiration that we get from God on the actions to take or the inspired ideas to play with. So when we're in a better mood or we're more open and trusting of God's help in our lives and seeing the positive coincidences, quote unquote, or synchronicities that are happening, we know that we have divine help that makes achieving our goals and feeling better in life and being healthier and being happier and being calmer, when we work with faith and also our mindset together, we get that spiritual soul part of us more congruent with our mindset, our body, human form, and we're able to more uh, easily flow through this life in love and positivity and wellness and abundance, in my opinion. So that's what we're working for. I have to feel free, come on in, grab a drink, grab your water, your tea, your beverage of choice. I like this watermelon drink. Um, it's got electrolytes, this water. I'm not a sponsor, I'm just saying. But hang on 1 second. And then we'll do the positivity card picks. They're positive affirmation cards. They're just affirmation cards, and see what kind of positive quotes might be helpful for you today. Hang on 1 second. Okay. Cheers. Okay, so positive mindset quotes today will come from this Rethink Mindful Life card deck, and there's some from the Happier Me affirmation cards. Okay, I will do 3 cards. I'm just shuffling these uh since we used them last week. I don't want to pick the same cards unless it's really meant to be. Again, they're positive affirmation cards only. So we'll pick 3, 1, 2, and 3. Those numbers. I'll just get some random. Let's see. One. Oops. One will be. Well, this just fell out. So 1 is this one. 3. Very good. Okay. Hello. Hello. Hi. Thanks for being here. 1. 2. I'm just randomly pulling them out. And 3. Um, just randomly pulling them out. Oh, I should put my phone on silent. 3, whatever's on here. Okay, hang on 1 second. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, positive affirmation cards, 1, 2, and 3. And yeah, consider what number you want. And hello, hello, everybody. Thanks for being here. And you could pick a number for yourself. You could type it down below if you want, just to join in the fun collaboration that we're doing, sharing our energy here together. Our thank you. Okay, so let's see. So what is that? Mafia MM says 3. Zelda says 2. And anything else, I always say this. We're just kind of playfully doing this, so it's just kind of going with your own intuition, which I believe is connected to your soul, your own intuition. We're just playfully choosing a number and seeing what it says, and if anything else is said for a different number, you could consider that. If it's a helpful, positive message, you could consider that for yourself as well. If not, no problem. Okay, very good. Here we go. So let's see. Number 1 says, self-discovery, self-discovery. And it says, and this is a person opening a door. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so it says self-discovery. I embark upon the transformative expedition of self-discovery, fearlessly delving into the depths of my being. So this is like, right, self-development, going within, meditation, prayers, self-growth, self-help books, um, journaling. I embark upon the transformative expedition of self discovery, fearlessly delving into the depths of my being, unveiling the essence of my true self. That's what we're always doing as humans, as spiritual beings having a human experience, as Dr. Wayne Dyer used to say. We're souls in human body, in my opinion, from what a lot of the spiritual texts say. And we kind of have to, scratch away the surface, which is the human part, if we really want to find out more of our authentic selves, which is really the soul. Each one of us is a unique soul, a part of God, in my opinion, child of God. Okay, so we scratch the surface, unveiling the essence of my true self, embracing authenticity as my guiding light. I live in alignment with my innermost values and desires. We want to, like, they say that the more we are aligned and like matching more of our authentic selves, that positive, loving um soul, that little piece of spark of God that is in you, that you are uniquely as a soul, the more we align with that, it's aligning with your innermost values and desires, your most positive um, essence. All right, the more you align with your most innermost values and desires, I'm saying your most positive essence, which is your soul. You radiate a profound sense of wholeness and fulfillment. That's when we get more um, that's when you feel more satisfied with life. You feel more on purpose. You feel more positive and hopeful about life, about even the challenges of life. And you feel more fulfilled in life when you're really more in touch with. That's really what it is, what's missing, it seems to me, from my own studies and understanding. When we're just thinking from the human mind, we're never satisfied. We have challenges in life, quote unquote problems, and things seem terrible, but we're not just human, and that's where the hope is. We are sparks of the divine. We have a soul within us. When someone passes away, not to be dark here, but that's part of life. And then the hope is, you can tell that that being might be there, but once that soul is gone, they're really not gone. They just transform into another energy. And my understanding is they're on the other side. Like Wi-Fi, we can't see them, but it's still energy that still exists, and they still have that essence, that soul essence. So that's where the hope comes in, that soul within us now and forevermore, that lives on. Thank you so much, Mafia MM. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for subscribing. Um, self-discovery is that helps us to get in touch with our with the hope and the love that really is us, the real us, the god-given talents, um the god-given positive passions that you have, the compassion within you, when you feel empathy for someone, um, that's the real you. The anger and the doubt and the fear is really from when we're pinching ourselves off from our soul, from God. Um, as Dr. Wayne Dyer used to say, sort of like it's sort of like God is, we're always connected to God, and our soul is always connected to God. But sometimes it's like stepping on a hose. If you have a garden hose and you turn the water on and the water's coming out of the hose, sometimes it's like we're always connected to that spiritual source, that flow. But sometimes it's like we step accidentally, or maybe sometimes occasionally purposely, but we step on that hose, and it kind of puts a kink in that positive spiritual flow to us. But we are always connected, and once we get our foot off that kink and we get back to a positive state, a more loving and grateful state, we turn more toward God, toward love, toward focusing on the good in life. That's when the hope and the positive possibilities and the positive opportunities can start rushing in. When we don't have the doubt, the fear, the sadness, that's all human, and it's good to feel those feelings and let them kind of out of your energy field, let them out of the body. um but that's just part of being human. We want to get back to that positive state when possible, as much as soon as possible. And then, of course, you could have, a spiritual director, a therapist, help you with those lower emotions if you're stuck in them for very long. Okay, here we go. So that was one. Very cool. Number two says conquering. This is a good one for me too. And maybe and I'm sorry if it reads backwards, but all right, thank you so much for being here. I see Mafia MM, I appreciate it, thank you. uh Conquering procrastination. Okay, has people going like this: woohoo, getting to the finish line, walking through the finish line, running through the finish line. A lot of times we don't get through the finish lines, and like I start some projects. Some of you maybe can relate. You start projects, and whether it's from responsibilities that you have, or maybe you have some some people who have like I kind of feel like maybe you have some ADHD tendencies from what I'm reading lately. A lot of people who are in the creative, are more in their creative side of their mind, I think, tend to have trouble sometimes completing certain projects and goals. So this is conquering procrastination. I am proactive and take immediate action toward my goals. I release any tendencies to procrastinate and diligently complete tasks. I am productive and make progress each day toward my desired outcomes. Okay, so this is about taking a little step each day to diligently complete tasks, to be more productive and make progress toward your desired outcomes. The thing is that it's not always just choosing one thing and doing it, on paper. One would say, oh yeah, first you do this, then you do that, then you do that, and you do that, and then everything will be done. And I'm gonna just, well, we're human beings in life, in a life where there are no definites in life. We get interruptions from people, places, things, the weather, the phone, who knows what's coming up. So we can't always just do one thing from A to Z, start to finish, and get a project done. But some of us have an easier time with that. I think it's biologically, and some of us may have some challenges currently with that, with ADHD, or just maybe if you're like me, you're a caregiver, or you're going through any challenges in life, and you have some other responsibilities that feel like a priority. So but it does seem to help. Like this is saying, take a small step, be proactive, and take immediate action, um, and make progress like a little each day. What you can do if you get stuck with that is, from my spiritual and entrepreneurial mentor, Jenny Friedman, who also is an ADHD professional that helps people with that. sometimes if you're overwhelmed from with a project, just get it and touch it. Like if this was my say this was my tax oops, say this was my taxes and I'm delaying it. Just get the binder out and touch it. Hold it. That's the first step. Okay, I'm putting that down. And then it seems a little bit more manageable. Then you come back maybe in a few minutes and say, okay, now I'm going to open up the book and read the first page. Okay, I did that, just to get you to start, because a lot of times people just have anxiety around starting something that seems like an insurmountable task, and it's more the mind that's making a bigger deal than it is and causing you to procrastinate. So sometimes conquering procrastination, as this card says, sometimes takes some tricks to help you get around a mind that may be a little more prone to anxiety. Sometimes you have to do like what Abraham Hicks philosophy says, get into a good mood, and then you'll have the energy or motivation to do something that you may not be wanting to do, or that you may be stuck on, have writer's block on. Go take a walk before you do the thing. Go dance to a song you love, or sit and listen to some great music. Go call a friend to have some laughs. Go for a cup of tea. Get out of the house. Do a little bit of walking, or some kind of movement and or exercise, and that can help you to um, get the dopamine kicked in better. That helps you to feel good and focus, and is motivating, so that procrastination is not as does not have as much of a grip on you. That's a way to conquer procrastination. Okay, that was number two. Number three, here we go. Number three says self belief, self belief. And it says, I wholeheartedly believe. It has someone like this kind of praying on. Let's see what that drawing is about. I wholeheartedly believe in myself and the immense potential within me, within you, to accomplish my goals, within you to accomplish your goals. Wholeheartedly believe in yourself and the immense potential, that immense uh, potential within that soul within you. You're a unique piece of God. That immense potential within you to accomplish your goals. Believe in that. Doubt finds no home within you as you place unwavering trust in your innate talents, those God-given talents, and and skills, and the skills that you've honed over this lifetime. So you have more unwavering trust if you focus on your innate talents and skills and harness those as powerful tools for success, and consider, yeah, I know a lot of stuff. I've had a lot of experiences. I know some great skills. I mean, I know a lot of stuff. That's just, I'm just saying, on a base level. I know stuff. You are very experienced. You're intelligent. You have had many lessons and various things, on the job training, classes, online, in person classes, life lessons, just being alive for the amount of time you have been, and books you've read, mentors you've had, uh, things that maybe you taught and wound up learning yourself as you taught others. So have some belief in yourself. And also, because you have such immense potential within you as a soul connected to God, as I mentioned before. And when you're in a positive state, or in a meditative state, or prayerful state, or relaxed state, or having fun, when you're in that high vibration zone, prayer, meditation, relaxation in nature, having fun, doing positive things, you connect more fully to the positive inspiration of God, and that can flow into you. And if you don't believe in yourself, believe more in that, in the power of God, that you from whom you are from. Okay, let's say that. So that was three, and I'm going to do a couple of random ones from Happier Me, and we'll wrap this up. Okay, again, these are also positive affirmation cards. That's all that I read here. So positive affirmation cards is uh basically I do this. I'm a law of attraction. I'm a positive mindset and law of attraction life coach, certified. I grew up with this stuff. I am Catholic, Christian background, foundation. I, go to church. I still do that, but I'm also into all the spiritual, and I believe in everybody's right to have their own spiritual, religious background, to be, a religion or none at all, but I do believe we're all children of God and we have to get along and we can all share positivity and messages of prayer and meditation, or just enjoying God's blessings together. Okay, here we go. The power to change my world lies within me. The power to change my world lies within me. And it says, if you concentrate on the negative, you'll only see problems. This is love attraction. And also, I believe they say the reticular activating system is kind of is sort of how our brain is wired to find matches to things. But law of attraction is supposed to be whatever thoughts and feelings you're vibrating out, it's actually energy. And law of attraction it sends you matching energy of what you're really mostly focused on, with feeling and certainty and a lot of time and effort. So we want to it benefits us most to focus more on the positive, on the good, on the positive possibilities, on our faith in the divine, helping us to lift the heavy loads through life with us, with our taking positive inspiration, inspired action when we get these positive ideas. But the power to change my world lies within me. And it says, if you concentrate on the negative, you'll only see problems. And that's why it's good not to watch too much of the news or read too much of the news, because it's mostly negative to get your attention, to get viewers that pays for their advertising, from what I understand. Anyway, so if you concentrate on the positive, you will find solutions. If you concentrate on the positive, you will find solutions. When you also focus on your blessings, anything positive, anything, even like, or if you go relax, you go take a shower, people get inspired ideas in the shower, or when they're on vacation or they're in nature, because that's when you're more of that, in that God vibration of all is well, joy, relaxation, feeling appreciation for life. That's when you're in that God vibration. So that's when you get inspired ideas, positive ideas that are solutions. So if you concentrate on the positive, or I would say immerse yourself in the positive experiences, you will find solutions, the power, and you'll start to see the positive synchronicities, or some people, like my sister calls them, the God winks, right? That you get at the right place at the right time, and you're helped along the way. um, and that shows up as these amazing coincidences that help you along the way when you focus more on the positive. The power lies in your thoughts. Don't sabotage yourself for something that hasn't yet happened. Meaning, don't focus on the worst case scenario, or how things could be, how this probably is going to not work out. Don't focus on that, because you're sabotaging yourself before that didn't even happen. So if there's a chance of it working out well, expect the good. Or if you can't expect the good, say, I'm going to have as Jesus said in the Bible, about have a mustard seed size of faith. And a mustard seed, as I've said many times before on this broadcast, if you go to a supermarket, a mustard seed is literally like a pinpoint, a pen point, or a pinpoint size. So if you could have that much faith, or hold open a dot, if you could have a dot, figuratively speaking, a little tiny dot of faith, that even though I think everything on this topic is not, can't possibly work out right, can you consider having a dot of faith amidst all that doubt? Allowing, okay, I'm going to hold open a space in my psyche, in my heart, for a dot of faith that maybe this could turn out a little bit better than the bad thing I'm expecting. Just hold that little point of faith open. and let go and let God, or just surrender to the universe, however you want to say it, which use God and the universe and, uh, interchangeably. And then just see what happens, because sometimes I've seen it happen before where you're so positive something was going to go badly, and then I said, well, I'll hold open a tiny dot speck of faith in my mind and just go about your day, forget about the problem, the challenge, and then all of a sudden you find out a day later or whatever, oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought. Or, oh, wow, it worked out better than I thought. Or, oh, wow, that person came in and gave me the information. So I was able to do this other thing instead of that hard thing. And it was so much better. And that person healed better than I thought. Or I healed better than I thought. Things worked out. Wow. So, with God, Jesus, whoever you believe in, positive beings, the positive God form that you believe in, um, all good things are possible. Okay, I'll do two more from this here, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, this says, allow myself to love who I am, not who I think I should be. I love myself. This is like a person hugging themselves. I allow myself to love who I am, not who I think I should be. And it says, if you take away all the who I should be, like when you look on Instagram and online, and people should look like this, and they should be doing this, and they should have this much money, I should have that much money, I should have this relationship, I should have this car, this house, this career, I should be this powerful or inspiring person in the world. If you take away all the who I should be, what is left? You start hearing the silence, the present and the present, and you receive a gift, peace of mind. Love and embrace who you are right now. Be in the present, love and embrace who you are right now, and appreciate all the parts of you, um, that God made you to be right now. As you may be working on yourself to be, to grow in better, in even more positive ways, but to really appreciate, so to have some self-love and self-appreciation of the person God created you to be, giving yourself, as my mentor Jenny Friedman would say, giving yourself grace, giving yourself a little slack for for being, we're growing through this life. It's not easy many times, and we're as I said, spiritual beings having a human experience. Wait, is that the way you say it? We're souls having a human experience. So we're half soul, half human, and we're working with this limited thinking human mind. We're in this shell that's holding the soul, and we're growing and learning through life. So love and embrace who you are right now, and then you can feel better to move forward each day, and maybe improve in certain ways, but you're good enough as you are right now, just because you're alive and well. You're alive and you're a child of God's, and just that you're here right now is a reason that you are worthy as you are, warts and all. And with God, all, I like to say, good things are possible. Last one, believe, receive, achieve. Believe, receive, achieve. And it says, whenever you want to accomplish something, believe in yourself first, I would say, and believe in the power of God that you are connected to and that's within you and around you. And then let things unfold. See, it's in this like starry universe, God's universe. God is um the universe, in my opinion, or that's his universe that is created. Believe, receive, and achieve. Believe it in your mind, receive it, allow it. Don't keep the doubts. Try to distract yourself from doubts in a positive way, in surrendering to God's assistance, and achieve. And then you'll notice that your blessings will manifest, and you'll be helped. You'll have divine help, um, so that you are able to achieve your goals, and just let them unfold. Whenever you want to accomplish something, believe in yourself first, and think, yeah, well, maybe, and even if you have some doubts, think, well, you know what? I think I could do at least this much, and I'm sure God can do this much, and I have to just trust in Him, have a little faith, this much, this tiny dot much, and move forward with the steps that you're confident in. Take baby steps towards your goals, and then allow things to unfold. Watch how God unfolds things in your life for your benefit. And any challenges that come up, with God, well, good things are possible, or at least we'll be able to get through it, and things will always be working out for you and me, as Abraham Hicks says, because that's how God and the universe is set up, so that things, whether they seem like pleasant things or challenging situations that we may get ourselves into as human beings bumping around with one another, um, God can make a way where there is no way, and can turn and can turn something beautiful out of a challenging situation, where you could learn wonderful lessons anyway, and be stronger, and maybe be led from that detour to something better for you in God's eyes. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining. And if you like this kind of content, I know it's boring to always hear people say like and subscribe, but please like and subscribe if you do like this content. And if you don't feel like doing that, just I hope this was uplifting for you, and you take it into your day, and maybe it helps you to smile and helps someone else to smile if you share your good spirits with someone else, or some message from here. Um I will be also talking sometime more. I've been doing more mindfulness kind of activities besides focusing on positive mindset and law of attraction. I've been doing some mindfulness activities myself, with like create like easy creative collaging and doodling, and playing with stickers and stuff. Journaling, they call it junk journaling, or scrapbooking. And I'm just showing tiny little bits. It's just really an art journal. Um, Scribbling, doodling, putting stickers on paper. This one I liked. This is just crepe paper and doodling. But sometimes even just putting out stuff, when like art therapy wise, just like scribbling on a page, and getting out your anger. And then afterwards I came back in on another day, I felt better, and I put hearts. And this just is helps with a couple of things: mindfulness, being more in the present and enjoying the present, and quieting the anxious mind, giving you stress relief. It also helps you to play with your creative side and get inspired again. um, and if you have ADHD type of a brain like me, it helps you to just be a little bit more present, and focus, um, just on something pleasant and creative. Get out some nervous energy. But also, what was the other thing? Is it's really stressful. Oh yeah, the other thing is it's to get you off of the screen, so we're not on the screen so much, because a lot of that tends to suck our energy and drain us, and leave us emotionally nervous or frustrated from too much screen time, and like not the right dopamine hits that we're getting bombarded with all this information. Or this is my opinion, I'm not a ADHD expert in any way, but just from information overwhelm, I've been playing with different kind of scrapbooking, junk journaling. Junk journaling is something they call, like, see, this is apart from a cheese, laughing cow cheese package. It sounds stupid, but I was trying it, and they're like, cut out little wrappers that you might be ready to toss away, and make a collage, not thinking about it too much. Um, this is something from a chocolate wrapper that says enjoy your chocolate ritual. It sounds stupid, but I'm trying it. And I also put some like things I printed off from the internet, some quotes and stuff. I'm not selling this. I'm not selling someone else's material. This is just for me to play with. And I suggest it might be something interesting for you to just play with collage, anything off screen, for more mindfulness, for more calm, and getting into the positive and creative, inspirational flow of God and of this mostly positive universe that we can tap into when we get off of the negative doom scrolling on the screen, or doom scrolling in our heads. So have a great day, everybody. Thanks for being here. Stay tuned. And if you like this kind of content, and I'll be doing some mindfulness and uh, positive mood lifting and entertaining events, subscribe so that you'll know when I have those. Okay. Thank you so much. I'll see you here every Thursday, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. We do this live free. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye.